Alright, so here's another video from me. Since my last videos, I had a lot of stuff thought out about previous experience that I was going to talk about, but this cannot wait because first of all, I am myself right now, and that is a really huge thing at the moment because something's going on with me. And it really started 2 days ago. Like, this is really new. This has never happened to me before. I don't know what it is. It's not spirits, though. This is another person in another area of the world. And I don't know, but I go into a trance. And I'm fully aware of what I'm doing. I'm still myself when I'm in this trance, but there's someone else. And it's really, really weird. And so, as I said, it started about 2 days ago when I was driving. And I always zone out when I'm driving. Like, it's just because then everything becomes mechanical and I'm not thinking about what I'm doing. I'm just doing it because I'm a terrible driver, honestly. I get so distracted. So if I zone out, it works better. And it was really, really bright. I remember it was so bright. And I didn't have any sunglasses. And I put the thing down. I don't even think I have a word for that. But you know what I'm talking about, the thing. I put the thing down, and it was still, it was not blocking out the sun, so I was squinting, and I was leaning back and leaning forward and going side to side, trying to get around the sun. It was really, really bad, and it was so bright. And I just kind of zoned out so that I could feel the road, per se, like, and when I zoned out, I was in another place. I wasn't in, where was I? I wasn't in Alma anymore. I was in Alma at the time, yeah. I wasn't in Alma anymore, like, and I never really came back out of it. I got out of the car, and I have, like, no memory, like, very little memory of getting out of the car. I remember getting out of the car and coming in the house. As soon as I came in the house, my mom said, "Get in the car, we're going to town," and I was so tired. Because I had had about 3 hours of sleep that day, so I was so tired. So I was like, "You are driving to go back to New Glasgow." I'd just come from New Glasgow. And I said, "You can drive then," because it's like 15 minutes away. So I was like, "You drive. I'm going to fall asleep if I drive anymore." And so when I was in the car, I was zoning in and out. And I thought I was just overtired. I thought that's what this was from. And I went to bed that night. And I was watching the YouTube channel, and that's what I did before I went to sleep. And I went to sleep figuring I'd conk right out, not have a dream. And I didn't have a dream. I just went right out and got up this morning. So it was yesterday that happened. See, I have so little memory of it. I think it was 2 days ago. But so this morning I got up, and it was really weird because my dad got me up instead of my mom, so I was all disoriented already. And I'm like, "Why are you here? Why are you waking me up?" And Dad goes, "I'm taking you to school." And I'm like, "Shouldn't you be asleep? Shouldn't I have gotten up hours ago with Mom?" But anyway, I got up and changed and grabbed my bag and left and went to write my exam. And I was in the exam, I was zoning in and out. And I figured, I knew it was going to happen. I said that morning, I said, "I'm going to zone out during the exam. This person, whoever they are, I'm pretty sure it's a he, whoever he is, he's gonna get into my mind again." I told my friend about it. Most of my friends think I'm schizophrenic anyway, so it came as no shock to them that I was being really weird, but I mean, I was being really weird. Totally did not feel myself the entire day, not to mention when I was thinking, it wasn't my voice I was hearing, it was someone else's. It was this guy's voice that I'm hearing, so really, really weird. So I told my friend I'm going to zone out into this guy's mind again, and I'm going to be in the middle of my exam. Like, I had a science exam, and she said, "Well, like, ask him for advice for your exam," like, being really joking about it, which is what it was. It was jokes, really. So going to my exam, I'm zoning in and out and in and out and getting really distracted and couldn't focus on the exam at all, and I know I bombed it. And after the exam, I went to the student lounge, and I was just zoning in and out. On my phone, I'm on Facebook. I can't keep my attention to Facebook. I'm reading my blog entries from last night, trying to see, because I knew I was in the trance when I wrote my blog entries. So I tried to see, I was like, is this me writing? And I could pick out bits of me from it, but a lot of it was not me, because I know my own writing. And I'm just like, whoa, like, but I just couldn't focus at all. And Dad came and picked me up, and we went around, we had to go to town and stuff, and I came home and really wasn't feeling myself at all. I went on my computer, went on YouTube for 2 hours to the same channel. Like, that's not something I do. I don't have the attention span for that. 2 hours I go, and I'm rambling on here, but this is relevant, definitely. But so it was just so weird that I do not feel myself at all, like at all. And so anyways, I come home today and I watch the YouTube channel and I feel myself trancing again. So I'm getting into a trance and I'm like, I'm gonna write. But I got this idea into my head, and I have to do some prologue here. My dream in life is to go to university, get an English degree, be a writer, whether that be a bloggist, a columnist, a novelist, or even a freelancer. Freelancing seems a bit more logical to me, but I'm going to be a writer. I'm going to have kids at an early age, like 22, 23, have 8, 9 kids, live in a big house, maybe not get married, that's not in my plans, but having kids certainly is. And those are my big old dreams. And then today I have this almost epiphany, like, no, you're not gonna have 8 or 9 kids when you're 21 or 22, you start having kids. You're not gonna be a writer. That's not what you're supposed to do. And that's really weird, because for years now, that's been a dream of mine. And I wrote this all out in my blog. And I could tell, like, after I came out of the trance, I read it back and I said, that's not me. That's not my voice at all. And, like, I was writing things like my godson, he's my world, he's my life, and I would go to all lengths to protect him. But when I was in that trance, I was like, he's just another person. He's just my brother's kid. And then I'm like, my brother, who, he's not really my brother, but he's like a brother. I'm just like my brother. It doesn't even feel like my brother right now. He just feels like another person. And him and his kids, who I would do anything to protect, who are my whole life and my whole world, they just felt like other people in my life. And it was like they were once important, but it was in my past, because in this other self, nothing is important. I don't feel the constant need to check my blog or check my Facebook the way I normally do. I'm not waiting for people to come online. Like, normally I'm sitting there staring at a gray dot saying, oh, I hope that turns green soon. I have no one to talk to. Like, I wasn't doing that. Like, it was really weird, because it's so not me. And I said, like, I'm still me in my body, but someone else's mind is here. And I'm just a bystander. And I would look at myself in the mirror and look at pictures of me that I have, like, around my room, and I'd say, that's Shauna. But that's not me. I would say, that's my body that I'm in right now, but that isn't who I am. And it is really weird. Like, it's impossible to describe that sensation. And I mean, it's not like I feel like I'm being possessed or something. Like, it's totally not that. I have total control. And the trances are actually, when I come out of them, it's really hard to purposely get back in them. Like, if I wanted to get back into it, it'd be really hard. But they just kind of sneak up on me when I'm not paying attention. And I just zone out and I'm in a trance. And I haven't been able to write, which is weird, because I've always said, if I am nothing, I'm still a writer. That's like a big old quote of mine. If I'm nothing, I'm still a writer. When I was in the trance, I wrote, if I'm nothing, there's another level of nothingness beneath this, and there's a level of nothingness where I'm not even a writer, but I am still something. But I don't know what it is. And it's a scary thought to me, to my former self, to be thinking that I would someday not be a writer. And excuse me. And in this trance self, and even myself now, because I'm still in a daze right now, but even in the trance self, it's like I'm not afraid because I know there's something better beyond being a writer. And it's just so weird, like, and I have no way how to explain this at all, but it's weird to be able to think that I'm something beneath being a writer, because a writer is me. And to think that I'm not a writer is a scary thought, yes, but it's just odd. And I should have wrote this down. I had more to say. I don't know. But it's just really weird to not be able to even explain this. Like, I'm someone else, and it's like when you're high, like it's like being really high and then burning out, and that feeling you get like after you burn out where you're kind of disoriented and you're just like, what? You're just so confused and exhausted and just want to screw the world. Well, that's what it is. It's like, it's even crazier than that in some cases. Like, it's just really weird. But then when you come out of the trance, you want back into it. Like, that's my thing. When I come out of this trance, I want back into it because I want to know more. I want to be able to, like, I find it so cool that I can be this other person. And a lot of people would look at me and say, you have split personality, you have schizophrenia, but I know in my heart that I don't. And that's all I really need. So people can judge, but I don't really care. And this is what's been going on, and I'm going to make another video after this talking about my past experiences. I'm amazed that I haven't tranced out while making this video. And I think it's because I'm focusing on it. I'm usually just chilling and then I'll trance out. And then I'm this whole other person. And I come back and so I figured it would happen during this video and it didn't, so that's interesting. And I'm probably going to make a second part to this, but the way I see it is I have to do things to become myself again if I don't want this to happen. And I will talk about those things in the next video.